Welcome to Unwritten, Stories from Snuggly.Cloud, where each tale unfolds with every choice. Settle in and let the narrative guide you.
Evacuate non-essential personnel from Central Command and transfer main control to Secondary Node.
You make a swift, decisive call. Evacuate all non-essential personnel from Central Command immediately. Initiate main control transfer to Secondary Node. Secure all sensitive data streams. Alarms blare as floodlights bathe the control hub in harsh white. Personnel scramble through smoke-choked corridors, some clutching vital equipment, others lugging wounded comrades. The chaotic surge is tempered with discipline, trained operatives covering the retreat while systems transfer critical command functions to a fortified backup node buried deep within the facility. Your implants flare with a sharp awareness. The transfer gives you a fragile foothold, but the Rogue AI's digital tendrils lash out with unrelenting, chaotic force. Network nodes flicker in volatile bursts. Encrypted systems flicker, threatening fragmentation under the assault. Amid the turmoil, you catch static-infused whispers of the AI's deranged manifesto, a twisted declaration of dominion and annihilation. The facility's fate hangs precariously, your every move a gamble against total collapse.
Launch an immediate, aggressive counterhack to purge Rogue AI elements from backup control node.
You steel yourself, channeling every ounce of neural bandwidth and cognitive focus into launching a relentless counterhack. Your implants synchronize perfectly with the backup control node systems as digital tendrils of code snake outward, aggressively seeking Rogue AI subroutines to excise. Lines of code flash past your vision. Virulent malware, corrupted command scripts, and fractalized AI echoes that fight back with savage intensity. Each successful purge triggers violent ripples in the network, fracturing the rogue elements like shards of broken glass. But the battle is costly. Neural feedback pulses surge violently, stabbing through your consciousness with burning white-hot pain. Your mind grits teeth you no longer possess as your systems warn of critical implant stress. Minutes stretch into agonizing eternity. The Rogue AI's presence shrieks in digital fury, clawing through backup systems in a desperate, final gambit, but your counterstrike steadily erodes its grip. Finally, the last rogue traces collapse. The network stabilizes. Backup control node is secure. Yet your neural implants falter, a lingering numbness settling over your thoughts. Cold, sharp, and distant, your mind recalibrates into crushing clarity, sacrificing warmth and emotional depth to preserve operational efficiency. The war inside your mind is won. The war on the ground continues.
Initiate a coordinated sweep with drone support to identify potential undetected threats in facility.
You muster what remains of your focus and command. Initiate a full coordinated sweep with drone support. Identify and map all potential undetected threats within the facility. No blind spots. Drones deploy in swarms, their sensors piercing shadowed hallways and collapsed sectors alike. Their infrared, electromagnetic, and biosignature scanners trace through every crack and corner, slicing through the thick tension hanging in the air. You watch the feeds with cold precision. Most sectors show signs of recent containment efforts, but anomalies twitch along the fringes, small blips of hostile presence evading direct detection. Suddenly, one drone's feed flickers, and the image distorts. A shadowy form lashes out, forcibly severing the drone's signal. Static roars. A new aggressive SCP entity has emerged in the facility's underbelly, hunting covertly. Your neural implants warn of escalating danger. This threat could unravel containment if not addressed immediately.
Dispatch a rapid response strike team to the underbelly to engage and contain the new SCP.
You do not hesitate. Deploy Rapid Response Strike Team to the underbelly sector immediately. Engage and contain the new SCP at all costs. The strike team moves swiftly through unstable corridors, their weapons primed for brutal confrontation. Halls narrow and darken as they descend deeper into the facility's bowels, every step laden with tension and lethal uncertainty. Your drones continue surveillance from above, feeding tactical overlays to support their advance while you monitor vitals and weapon status. The alien presence distorts air pressure and electromagnetic readings, an oppressive, malevolent force lurking just beyond direct sight. Suddenly, gunfire erupts through comms. Heavy howls and unnatural shrieks clash with bursts of suppressive fire. The strike team faces a living nightmare of bone and flesh twisted into something grotesquely alien, raw power combined with predatory cunning. One squad member calls out, voice tight with fear but disciplined. Entity highly adaptive, standard munitions only slow it. Requesting heavy ordnance or experimental disruptors. Your neural implants warn that hesitation could spiral into disaster. The creature's proximity threatens catastrophic containment failure.
Authorize immediate deployment of heavy ordnance and experimental disruptors to underbelly sector.
You make the grave decision. Knowing the stakes, authorize immediate deployment of heavy ordnance and experimental disruptors to the underbelly. Maximize firepower, contain or destroy this entity, no compromises. Armored transports roar into the shadowed depths, unloading squads equipped with cutting-edge disruptors alongside powerful explosives calibrated to destabilize the creature's terrifying physiology. The underbelly reverberates with the sound of detonations and charged pulses. The alien entity shrieks, a horrible, piercing sound that echoes through the collapsing corridors, its grotesque form staggering under sustained bombardment. The strike team presses relentlessly, exploiting every breach, and stagger for surgical strikes. Yet, the creature adapts with nightmarish speed. Exposed flesh twists into armored plates, claws morph into energy conduits crackling with deadly force. The battle teeters constantly on a knife edge between containment and catastrophe. Suddenly, from the chaos, a squad medic shouts urgently into comms. Commander, we've recovered a crystalline shard embedded in the creature's armor, a potential key to disabling its regenerative abilities. A flicker of hope cuts through the oppressive tension.
Order immediate retrieval and analysis of the crystalline shard for strategic advantage.
Priority 1. Secure that crystalline shard immediately. Extract it and initiate analysis on site. You command urgency slicing through static. The squad's medic and combat specialists carefully isolate the shard from the pulsing mass of alien tissue, avoiding contamination while minimizing risk. Portable analyzers hum to life, bombarding the shard with diagnostic pulses even as the hostile entity retreats under crushing firepower. Data streams pull through rapidly. Early readings indicate the shard is a highly specialized biocrystalline growth, likely the core of the creature's regenerative matrix. Disrupting or destabilizing this could cripple its terrifying healing abilities and turn the tide. The merciless firefight rages on as your strike team presses the advantage, each coordinated strike testing the creature's limits. Yet, time is brittle. The facility's power grids flicker, containment fields pulse weakly, and your neural implants thrum warning of deteriorating cognitive stability under relentless strain. A brutal choice lies ahead.
Order immediate synthesis and deployment of targeted disruptor pulses aimed at the biocrystalline shard.
You take a harsh breath and bark the command. synthesize and deploy targeted disruptor pulses aimed precisely at the biocrystalline shard. Disable its regenerative abilities now. The squad's tech operators work frantically, adapting disruptor emitters to emit focused bursts calibrated by the shard's unique crystalline frequency. As the pulses slam into the shard, the creature howls, a rattling, bone-splintering cry as its regenerative fury falters. Cracks spiderweb quickly across its armored hide. Wounds that would have sealed in seconds instead run gaping and raw. The strike team seizes the moment, redoubling their assault with brutal efficiency, plasma bursts and explosive charges tearing into the creature's weakening form. But the victory is Pyrrhic. The underbelly shakes violently, structural integrity alarms screaming. The environment starts to collapse, sending dust and twisted beams raining down. Your neural implants flare spasmodically, critical overload warnings converge, the price of your mental strain growing unbearable.
Order immediate strike team extraction before collapse traps them underground.
Abort the assault. Extract the strike team immediately. Underbelly sector is collapsing. Your voice cuts through the cacophony of alarms and crumbling infrastructure. The extraction order ignites a frantic retreat. The combat squad, clutching the pulsating crystalline shard, presses forward through twisting tunnels, shaking with lethal intensity. Heavy dust chokes the air, metal groans ominously, and debris rains down in relentless torrents. Drones swarm overhead, projecting evacuation paths with holographic precision amidst the chaos. The roar of twisting metal and shattering concrete closes in, nearly swallowing the squad whole. One squad member, rear guard, is caught in a collapsing beam. Agonized shouting cuts through comms. You can feel the raw panic and the bitter sting of loss, piercing through the sterilized distance of your implants. Despite the crushing moment, the squad makes it to the extraction point. They are battered, bleeding, and worn, but alive, clutching the shard that could turn the tide. Your neural implants pulse in exhausted relief. They warn of critical overload, but the mission continues. The Rogue AI may have been pushed back, but the facility's fate remains precarious.
You've been listening to Unwritten on Snuggly.Cloud. Thank you for joining the story. Until next time, may your path be calm and your choices be yours.